Final Pogba leave it for Rashford. He strikes. Oh, it's a goal! Staying on his feet this time. Look, they went for Martial. Lovely touch by Fernandez. Cavani! Rashford all the way across goal. What a finish!
Welcome everyone and welcome to AllinAllunited. Fellas.
Yeah, man.
Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. I know we're closer to the end of the day, but I'm sure that you all would have had a good Sunday because Manchester United is the team that tends to sour days. But today they did us a real favor. You know, they allowed us, you know, the pleasure. And watch my fellas, there's how much power these fellas have, eh? You know, and it just be hard as fans to you know, to say, well, nah, they're going to dictate my pace, but sometimes when you get a sour performance and we get a sour result, it is take its toll on us now, you know? But I mean, all if I watch the runner to the bottom, anytime we play in Leeds, it is always be plenty now.
It's true. It's
It
true.
will always be a long one, alright? But how we feeling, guys? How we feeling?
Yeah, man. Woo. You know what? When I kind of skipping it, I kind of fast forwarding. But you know when we went 2-2, I still say, boy, it are goals in this game. You know? For some reason, I wasn't that worried. But because I know it had goals because Leeds play open game, and it was just really for us to, you know, just acclimatize to the conditions. You know, and I think yeah, I say Ralph played a master stroke and we did that.
Yeah. Let me just say this and then we could get into the mix. Right now, I really enjoy the game and I know I probably share the same thoughts. I mean, the grit, the tackles, you know, the hostility of the atmosphere at Elland Road. You know, the way the referee allowed, you know, certain things to slide, the weather, everything about the game today reminded me of the good old days. You know, how bitter rivalries supposed to be.
Yep.
You know, nowadays they'll call it a bitter rivalry and you'll see people hugging up and talking after and exchanging jersey and all kind of thing. It had none of that today.
Yeah, this is proper.
Yeah, Gregory, it was a proper rivalry and we know it's real bitter between Leeds and Man United. And we saw it in every aspect of the game today. The weather, the tackles, the condition of the ground.
The way how Reem said that the referee let things slide. He had no choice. Outside was so wet, he had to let things slide. He had no choice.
Listen,
Well, then let me put it like this: no pun was intended, right? But at the end of the day, these kind of games, you know, just be enjoyable for the neutral.
Exactly.
But it is be also enjoyable for you once your team win.
Exactly.
So
At the end,
we won.
most important.
But we won, so we're gonna enjoy this to the fullest. Go through.
Here we're going on, right? To all the lovely ladies and to all the women who say men cannot show emotion, sit down with us for 90 minutes and watch a football match. Take 90 minutes out of your busy day. Don't get your hair done. Don't get your nails did. Sit down with us and watch Manchester United for 90 minutes and you will see how a man shows emotion.
Correct. Correct.
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
You'll see it at the peak, whatever your favorite side score 90th minute winner, especially in a big game. That is the heights. That is it.
I remember, as I said that one, Greg, I remember that game, the FA Cup semi-finals against Arsenal, when Giggs make that run. Earlier, I run outside all kind of thing, you know, with that goal in it.
No, Reem, nothing will ever beat. Nothing will ever beat Solskjaer in 99, dog. Nothing will ever beat Solskjaer in 99.
Yeah.
Emotional
Champions League
game to this date for me will always be when Spurs went 2-0 up and we needed to come back.
Big game.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a
You see that game?
We did that on multiple occasions. Which season was that? That was in 2001, 2002?
That was when Ronaldo and Michael Carrick and
Harry Redknapp was the manager.
Yeah. Harry.
Because it's Harry Redknapp's face.
Yeah.
What the face was, I don't believe this really going on.
Yeah.
Don't doubt the Red Devils,
For me,
Alia.
the best one was when we went to White Hart Lane. That same Spurs team, I think it was Glenn Hodder was the manager. They scored 3 goals at the start of that game, and we ended up winning that game 5-3. Veron,
Yes,
Blanc, Van
yes,
Nistelrooy.
yes,
I was
yes,
like, hey,
yes.
what going on there?
Top. So it's in we history, you know. It's in we history, and as Nico was saying,
Today's match was definitely one for the history books, though.
Yeah, it was.
definitely. And what made it sweeter was at their home. You know, we do it in Elland Road because even we
Listen,
saw how
that crowd wasn't easy today, no.
Yeah,
You
it was
hear,
dread, it was dread,
you
it was
hear.
dread.
I didn't even realize. Harry Maguire had double hit because he played for Manchester and he from an area down there that rival Leeds. So that's why every time he touched the ball, they was booing him.
Yeah.
And
I think that's
it hit them more that he scored too.
I think that's what made this slide.
That's why he
know?
slide.
Yeah.
You realize he didn't slide in front of our fans? That's why he slide.
Taunted.
Yeah, but Chef, that's not the best part. A youth academy product was thrown at with coins today,
Yep.
and they were making certain
Perfect
chants.
response.
They were making chants, and then Bruno sent that defender back to wherever he came from, and Elanga finished.
Yep.
Elanga finished. I know what he did.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's because
Imagine
it's about 5 minutes earlier.
Leeds waited 19 years to get supper from our 19-year-old.
Yeah,
Listen, Elanga had to score that. You know, remember he had missed one a little earlier.
Yeah. True. So let me just get some comments on the inside. Because we have some people here, some gentlemen, and some and I don't know if any ladies watching. Thanks for joining, guys. Kurt, thanks for joining, buddy. David Curtin, good night to you, buddy.
Good night, everybody.
Kristen, thanks for joining. Saying
we gotta get into this, buddy.
This is definitely this is definitely one.
They sarcasm. Kristen,
It's not be sarcasm. But he had but here
moving. Come on.
It can't be sarcasm, Nico, because it have 2 names constant and you know.
Yep. The man jumped straight into the Maguire comparisons. You know, the man even warm up.
Hey,
that was disrespectful.
To be honest, I don't think Varane ended up at a solid enough run to even be able to measure this. So you know, but
look, we not stop at that. At the end of the day, we know Maguire not in the best of form, so it's just a matter of men playing themselves back in the form of that situation. But right now, Maguire needs to just kind of keep that consistency going if he want to keep that spot. But for now, Varane look consistency right now. The man had decent last 2 games was decent.
Check 1 2 Check 1 2. You are here
inside.
Yeah, my brother.
Loud and clear.
So I know I'm inside, but I don't make sure I'm on same Maguire consistency the same line there. I thought I'm going mad.
Well, I want to know if I know it's Sunday, so Greg probably had a glass of wine with the wife, but like he smoked something too. The man said consistency and Maguire in the same sentence.
The last 2 games Maguire played so far, he wasn't bad. Let me be honest. But right now, I'm still saying this. I am still saying this. Varane and Lindelof would be the better partnership for now.
I agree.
That's all I say. That's all I say.
One question, Greg.
What we agree to that?
Greg, may I ask what do you do for a living?
I'm actually I'm a musician. I work as a freelance broadcaster at times as well too. So yeah, different things.
No, I thought it was a priest because you could forgive anything because after this has to be a man of the cloth.
The man forgive all is forgiven after 2 games, you know.
I just trying to
Understand?
hey, watch
Chef,
that.
one
Let me tell you
minute,
something.
one minute,
Let me tell you something.
one minute,
At the end of the
Maguire
day,
doing
Paul Pogba
one-
and them will have bad games. Everybody's want to forgive them afterwards because there's quality. Maguire will have a couple of
No.
will have some bad games, and then everybody else will want to rinse him out right through. That's that
No.
double standards I don't like.
One
It's the
minute,
double
Greg,
standards I
Maguire
don't like.
doing.
It's the
One
double
minute,
standards.
Maguire doing no look
You're good, you're
one
good.
minute,
Not great.
Maguire doing no look defending, and next minute the man scoring, boy. So
Greg,
There's no other player.
When the man playing bad, I will call him out on it. When he has a decent game, I give him credit. That's all I'm doing.
I agree with that.
Brother Greg, those comments remind me of the two gentlemen who are on the left and right of Jesus Christ, and they lived their whole life in sin. And at that moment, just before they died, they were forgiven by Jesus Christ and went to heaven. Because that's the only how Maguire can be forgiven. Just before he died.
That's the difference between you and Jesus. You are not Jesus.
Damn straight. The hell with Maguire. He scored a day. I forgive him at all. He has got 20 more, and then I'll forgive him.
20
But
more.
no,
I would prefer he stop 20 more from scoring.
True.
Yeah,
True.
I'm with you there. But no, better yet, before he stop, give away 20 more. How's
Yes.
that?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
So guys, I'm gonna just go through the comments. I'm gonna get you guys on the comment section in on the conversation, right? Anderson, good night, man. Thanks for joining.
Yeah. I had one
Arun.
from Everson before, boy. That's why you had to touch on this one from Everson.
All
After
right.
the Maguire's greater than
Yeah. Everton saying keep telling all your Brazilian friends a baller. Good night, fellas. Okay, so
Hey.
we'll get to that. We'll get to that. We'll get to it.
I tell Callum what Prime Zidane today.
Need to be louder than the disrespect.
We'll get to it. We'll
Hey,
get
watch, guys.
all yeah.
Jody.
I ain't forget.
All right, so we'll get into the Fred talk, right? We just want to get the comments on the inside. Jody saying, "Hey, blessed night to you too, Jody." Saying the
Man like
unbeaten run
Jody, boy.
continues. 7 down, 9 more to go in the Premier League. Yeah, I'll let Jody call it. John Paul, thanks for joining, man. Glory, Man United. They don't know. Dwayne Francis, good night, buddy. Kiel, good night. Yes, the Reds go marching on. He also saying, Dwayne saying here, remind me of when Rio Ferdinand returned to play Leeds. Hey, that was atmosphere. Jody saying, my daughter say Maguire look like
Hey.
That look like I saying Fred look like Prime Zidane.
Don't do them thing. Don't do them thing.
Your daughter know about Maldini.
Chef, I was just
I wouldn't go that far, sir.
From
I wouldn't go that
she
far.
definitely into football.
And I really need with Mendred. I wouldn't
Yeah,
even go that
yeah,
far.
Lion. Fred, yeah. Fred is at Trini.
Lion, where's the basis of this
Fred from the
statement?
Brazil up in the Bacarima.
Not today, boy.
Hey, Dwayne, good night, buddy. Saying them fellas was going. He said them fellas was going to put out a performance today. Nonetheless, because it's a serious, fierce battle since the good old days. Good game. Yeah. Definitely.
I really don't think everybody understands the depth of that history with Leeds. That's something I had to get into a different topic on. But anyway.
Yeah.
True. I feel like there's a whole program for that by Greg, boy, you know?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
for real.
Kiel saying Ronaldo have something for Watford for the last game under Oli, so beware. We playing Watford next month.
Now,
Next. Yeah,
I
we-
will say, let me just say something.
Madrid.
Okay,
I will
after-
say
after
something.
football.
Even though Ronaldo not score, he didn't score today. He played a good team football today, you know.
I ain't know that he had good
Nah,
moments. I wouldn't say
he was
overall he
fighting, he was
played a
fighting.
good game. He had moments. Other than that, he was.
Yeah, he was
Aye.
fighting.
But you know
You're
what I saw
right.
today? I saw that the team playing around Ronaldo, which is
Yeah.
everybody playing the focal point on Ronaldo. That is the defenders,
Boy,
and
Iron
we
Lion,
using
this
the
comment-
runners
this comment
off the
is
ball.
so dis- this
Right,
comment is so
and they should do. Use them exactly. Use
This
them.
comment is so disrespectful. Oh my gosh.
Which one? This one.
He's saying,
right here.
He's saying really glad he scored today. Hopefully he builds enough confidence to put in a transfer request.
Lion, you real
Lion,
thing.
disrespectful.
Lion wicked. What a wicked.
But me
Kiel saying Harry's.
wrong at all.
Kiel saying Harry's still not good enough in my opinion.
Well,
Cillian, thanks for joining, man. He's saying
It's
like
only
Fred is-
it's only past It's only Pastor Greg that's forgive.
So you're saying here, like Fred is the best finisher on the team. One time, so go take win and slide out. Yeah, Leeds is just there for we mental health. I tell you, Leeds is giving you real
Now we get
good
boost.
games.
Definitely
Yeah,
get
boost. Yeah, definitely. The last time we win 2 in a row. Why you talk?
Hey, where these men coming from, boy?
Really a joke.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where this man? Where that man coming from, boy? Where?
Dwayne Durant, thanks for joining, man. He's saying Ronaldo need to get a new contract for the bench.
Bench nothing.
Hard, boy.
He ain't saying no different.
Bench nothing.
Anderson said how McTominay does last whole game without getting sent off. Watch me, that referee.
Damn,
That referee understood the rival and he let our game
Yes.
play there. That's the only
You
way I
have
can
to
say.
understand the assignment today.
Yeah, he understood the
understood
And
assignment.
only watch some of them tackles today.
Red card.
Watch me. Nah, I derby football.
Boy, I ain't know
Right?
if I was
But-
watching a football game or a UFC fight. We.
No, but only remember when Ralph would have said in our press conference, we need to be more nasty. And just so
Yeah.
he said in the conference, he
Yeah.
said we need to get more nasty.
Yeah.
Butter it up.
And Scott
He
is the
said-
righteous
he
man
said-
for that.
Yeah, he
Yes,
said we need to get more
Exactly.
physical, or we need to increase the intensity, just as the other team or more. He said no. He said we need to get nasty, and that was Fred. I mean, that was McTominay did today.
Now,
was nasty.
McTominay, understand, listen. I believe McTominay is not a nasty player, but he also understands at time I need to
Exactly.
hit a man a tackle for them to
Exactly.
respect us or to think
and-
twice.
And to me, he now developing that. Only
Yeah.
that pretty football and men walking around him like cone. You understand? Men,
Now,
men
he
just
take
want-
McTominay take the kind of enforcer role on the team.
and that's what we had to do. That's what we had to be if you want to play that
Yeah,
number
but
6. That's what we had to do.
I believe it's a games for them kind of players. Other games, let
What game
me
for
watch the
that?
game from the side.
Agreed.
Right?
So there was a game for them.
Yeah, exactly. Jody's saying here, Chef, you wouldn't believe. Me and my daughter watches a lot of YouTube vids on past and present.
See,
You know? Yeah. Watch me, Jody. We had to get your daughter on the show, man. She might know more than we. Ryan saying Ronaldo could play the 9 on the bench.
Yeah, the wicked boy. The man now score a beauty against Brighton, boy. A beauty against Brighton.
I'm telling you, yeah, Ronaldo. Right now, Ronaldo's a
finally.
moments man.
Jadon Sancho has been our best player for 2022. Not finally arrived.
yeah. But
Outside after the year. After the
That-
year.
After the hit,
I
yeah,
messaged-
true.
No. Sancho definitely, from December to now, has been our best player.
Yeah.
You could see his game stepped up a bit because it's like he's finally
He's
finding his feet.
comfortable now. He's comfortable now.
And to mention one thing, Sancho playing on the left wing for these games, you know. There are times where he switches
He
with
does
Rashford.
interchange.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
switched with Rashford
Yeah.
sometimes as well. Too.
Yeah.
Because
The cross
came on the right
he
side
put in for Bruno came off on the right though.
On the right side. And that was a beautiful cross.
Beauty, quality. That is the kind of quality we expecting, man. That is the kind of quality.
Yeah.
We paid
Kurt saying
3
here-
million for.
Yeah, Kurt saying here, Ronaldo played a good dummy game
Exactly.
today.
And I agree with
Everyone
that.
was so concerned about marking Cristiano that everyone else flourished.
And that is why
Brave.
that is why Fred scored. That is why Fred
I
scored.
did say the last time
That was
on
great.
the show,
That
I
was-
said that
that was trying
this
to
is
mark
how
off Ronaldo.
Ronaldo's supposed to play.
Yeah.
This is how Ronaldo's supposed to play because everybody expected him to shoot. Everybody expected him to want to be the man that takes the spotlight and takes the front. Play off of that and basically use yourself as a distraction to let other players get in the game. And you'll see how much the game opens up for the team.
Correct.
When you try to
correct,
hoof it to
correct.
Ronaldo to try and shoot right through. What do you think they're going to 2-3 men are done around him before you get a chance to let go his shot?
Yeah.
I-
Been saying here
I-
on a more serious note, Ragnick needs to continue with those early subs in the right minutes too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lion saying here, Bleach couldn't clean McTominay today. Here he get real
Yeah.
duty. But it was for a good cause. It was a real good cause. All right. I'm gonna just get a couple more comments and then we'll move into the regular order of the program, right? McTominay plays with heart on his sleeves at all the time. yes?
Agreed.
Yeah,
Agreed.
and sometimes it.
I don't know
sometimes
how
that's
he
not
had
enough.
Garrett card today.
Yeah,
Nah,
sometimes
boy,
that's not enough.
man
No?
right
That
to the
heart on
occasion.
sleeve thing. Right, not enough. Right. Anderson saying Sancho
That's
is
a slow starter.
a slow starter, but this
But
year
this year
he was extra slow.
slow.
Well, I guess this is his first season with the
Yeah,
team.
Premier
so
League.
that
Yeah, with
As
this
in 2022?
Well, this season he meant.
Oh,
The season.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Kurt saying Maxos is the only player I can see developing each season, adding something to his game. God,
Good.
Nah, but-
Don't
nah,
be
but-
taking
we
my
have to have
statement.
one little good
Don't be
game,
taking my
boy.
statement coming back and bringing it here.
help him develop.
We.
But it's a fact. McTominay has developed every season.
It's whatever, yes.
Hey, you see, this kid I hate, boy.
And he's durable, eh? What I like about him, he's durable, eh? He could take a
Yeah.
and get up and run, eh?
Dan,
Now that-
Scott had to get a break foot, knock on wood to come off the field. That man not coming off.
You didn't see Instagram after that. You didn't see Instagram after the game. He take a
Yeah,
picture, all the red mark he get. Yeah.
Nah, but
Man,
he
a
was
business,
on the
boy.
wall. He was in our war zone today, boy.
What do you think about this, Sol, yeah?
Next.
Why? we
The
what's
man
no,
say
we not- no,
the man
no,
say that like if that up to Manchester. That not up to Manchester.
Yeah,
No,
but
no, it's not the possible because the contract has been on the table since last year, July, right?
Yeah, that's what I say. That's not up to Manchester. Pogba
But to
don't
be
want
honest,
that
We had
contract.
to tell them, hey, don't
But
sign
we-
it, don't
we-
sign it. Yeah?
yeah, well, we had to be a joke of a club. You know what I mean? To let a player Pogba
No.
the game to go for
They
free.
gave Pogba a huge contract.
We's a joke of a club, boy. How we could let a player Pogba caliber go for free?
And do it and
Eh?
twice, not once,
And twice.
I will,
You see
Dan,
something-
I will tell,
something
I
wrong with the
I with you on
administration,
that.
We're not total.
But at the same time, the club was really hoping to convince him.
Yeah.
And you know what slow down Pogba negotiations too? The length of time he has been injured. You can't really negotiate with that injured player, you know.
Nah, but it's Oli, boy. It's Oli. Because Oli was hoping that what he go sign. That what Oli was hoping for. That's why Pogba didn't leave from before. If he didn't want to sign now, well then we not willing to lose on you, right? And he would have been up for sale from since last season.
It's a ridiculous amount of money they offer Pogba, you know.
Yeah, but if you don't want it, what we gonna do?
You know what, Pogba? That's all right. Listen,
And
Manchester
let me
have
give
money.
some money.
They lose them on a free.
Nah, man, I bad business, chef. Bad business.
Man, look, let me just get through this season, and then we can talk about this whole Pogba contract. Because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, we need all players on board if we're going to get into top four and compete for
Yeah.
the Champions League. I care about no contract now. Let's focus on these matches, man.
True.
Yeah.
So guys, I mean, I know we kind of start all over the place, right? And the comments kind of send we all over as well. But you know,
I work conk, man. If the fans work conk, man.
yeah,
Pull out there to conk, man.
yeah, no doubt. So guys, as per usual, team sheets. How we was feeling when we saw the team sheets?
Upset.
Hey.
No, but seriously,
I was surprised more than anything else.
why we starting Jesse Lingard?
And and you know that what I like with Ralph? No, that's what I like. Look, Wan-Bissaka. What I expect Wan-Bissaka to play?
But Nico,
No, that was rotation. That rotation.
How that be?
But they were saying
Nico, we
Lingard
fighting
is
top four.
rotation too.
It's rotation.
Was that Phil?
We're fighting for top
Certain men
four,
get
right?
sweat today, pure in for rotation.
Another thing, Ollie's running the same men, right? Right down.
Every game.
Every game.
If
Ralph-
it's rotation,
Ralph- Ralph-
rotation,
Ralph-
all right.
man.
If it's rotation, all right, fair enough. But Jesse
Yeah,
Lingard
that
did
way
it.
it is.
Yeah, it's
He did it
rotation.
yesterday.
It's rotation. That's a keep man.
Lingard looks so uncomfortable on that right wing, eh?
Yeah.
Lingard like he was vexed. It.
Yeah, I believe
Ned was
them
probably in Newcastle all the
opportunities, man.
Yeah,
Give an
Dwayne saying
opportunity
here,
because I think we had enough quality within the team to win the game.
Dwayne
Yeah.
saying here team sheet was expected because of the game coming on Wednesday.
And
So
true.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, because the team has to travel out to Spain on Monday,
Exactly.
train
Yeah.
on Tuesday, and then play on Wednesday. So fair enough. I get it.
Yeah.
So I guess we could all agree that the rotation was important. You know,
Yeah.
considering the quick
Yeah.
turnover with traveling considered, and then Atletico Madrid on Wednesday or Tuesday. It's Tuesday.
It's Wednesday.
Wednesday. Wow.
Yeah, to me that was a breath of fresh air.
I took the day off on Wednesday, so it better be Wednesday.
Yes, Wednesday.
but because what I'm thinking, the reason why Wan-Bissaka was selected, I don't know if it's because, Ralph probably thought this was going to be a very physically demanding game. It was going to be dirty
With speed.
and he know Wan-Bissaka, might be. I just thinking what he thinking might be a little more suited for the game with the last gap tackles, the skate tackles when it get rough and tough. Wan-Bissaka might be the person, might be a little more durable.
But then, real talk.
Go ahead.
Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw positional play is deplorable.
Nah, Wan-Bissaka.
Especially Luke Shaw, boy.
Especially Luke Shaw.
Yeah, boy.
And that man never in position, Tread.
Chef, when that equalizer went in, I was like, Luke Shaw, you can't be for real. You cannot be for real.
Dan, you there, what you name?
Rafinha.
God. No, this one we sell.
Dan James.
Dan James. Oh,
Dan James. Them let dirty Dan. Take it time and cross that ball in.
Oh gosh. Anyway,
I just hope not to see them against Atletico.
All right. Nice. So it's another reason why talk about Wan-Bissaka, right? Because I wanted to ask, he had a gritty game today, I don't know if you would agree that he did his job, but did Wan-Bissaka give Ragnick anything to think about going forward?
not really.
Nothing.
Play?
I mean, he played his typical defensive game, but other than that,
All he do is give the kitman an extra uniform to wash.
But Dalo didn't use his today, so you say
but you even noticed basically it was more looking like Lindelof was the right back more than Wan-Bissaka because look what went on for that second goal.
Because he was out of position all the time.
Yeah, I find Wan-Bissaka was terrible today in that position.
And then here's the thing, you're playing high all the time, but you can't cross a ball, you can't dribble really. So what the hell are you doing playing so high?
But Reem, have we said many times on this podcast that Dalo is a breath of fresh air?
Yeah, not even. But today, not Wan-Bissaka ain't playing one cross.
No. Not one.
Not even one.
Yeah,
how much Luke Shaw put in?
No, but in fairness to Wan-Bissaka, right? The person who played ahead of him didn't put in any crosses either. Right?
Who?
So is it Lingard? Lingard put in any cross?
In terms of the modern game, Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw.
Yeah, some connectivity issues like Callum boy.
The electricity still up.
I'm back here. You should be hearing me now. Somebody, you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we are,
Same time I started talk Wan-Bissaka, I was calling my next line, so I'm sorry about that. Anyhow, I don't really mess with Wan. You know why? Because Wan-Bissaka is playing within his limitations. When we bought him to now, there's no difference. That's why he was a possible buy. So I know you're actually angry with him. I'm angry with people who bought him. Luke Shaw, on the other hand, he has many more gears than what he's giving us right now to go up. Luke Shaw he has great potential. As a matter of fact, he was arguably the best defender that they just gone Euros. Like year before, he was one of our better players. It's just this year he's a player that is very temperamental. He needs some backing. On the part of Jesse Lingard, I think that Jesse Lingard had not a bad game considering the circumstance he has already played. So most players have the rhythm back.
Jesse wasn't bad.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't fantastic, but he wasn't bad
either.
I forget Jesse was playing at a point in time.
He was playing. Oh my god,
Man was non-existent.
We take the words right from the boy. I totally forgot that Lingard was playing.
Let's be real. Jesse Lingard came out to play the Barclays Premiership after about 10-15 games out in hospitable ground and hospitable conditions. So I'm not trying to defend him, but I want to be realistic on the conditions. He didn't do bad. He wasn't blowing anybody away, but he didn't do bad. Let's talk about Maguire playing.
Everybody asking if Lingard played today.
Oh, shucks.
No, well, if the ball not on your side much, then we can't say you play bad.
Yeah, but I was saying yes, we won more because as far as I'm concerned, Manchester United is the greatest club in the world of all time. And I expect I'm 10 out of 10 for my players every single game. I give you no space to have excuses. But within then, as a player, a former player, as a coach, I'm not a criminal, and I'm saying I'm not going to crucify him. Yes, we want more from him, but I ain't going to kill him. But let's go back to
No,
Maguire.
I ain't gonna kill him.
Outside of Maguire scoring a goal, that man is absolute garbage. I don't know how to live with him.
Alright, let me move on.
And one last thing.
You're just preaching to the choir right now.
After today's performance, I'm willing to just for 25 seconds consider Fred maybe a Brazilian. But for 25 seconds. Just for 25 seconds. You know, Nicholas called me and tell me Fred was Zidane-esque. Nicholas a criminal. He should be shot on sight.
Yeah. Like criminal thing. You can't see them thing.
You need to watch that cameo by Callum.
No. You can't see them thing, Nico. You can't see them thing, Nico. Zidane.
Nico is such a wicked man, eh? Nico will big up Fred, but he wouldn't give Van der Beek an inch, you know.
Nah, boy, you do not take an inch. All right, let me think about it. For all the games that Van der Beek has played for us, let's say if we put all the games together with Fred cameo today, has Van der Beek look anything close to that?
Van der Beek play any set of game?
No. I think Van der Beek Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, a day between Sunday and Monday before Fred.
Nah. Not at all.
Right. I prefer I watching Van der Beek at Everton, eh?
Now what you saying?
So I want to make a comment on Victor Lindelof. He played well today. He made more forward runs than Jesse
Man
Lingard.
of the match. Man of the match in my book.
Nah, that's not true.
No. Sancho man of the match, but not Victor Lindelof. Sancho man of the match.
Sancho.
But go through Lindelof.
But it was refreshing to see our centre backs make proper runs, underline proper, that you make a run, you distribute, and you're back in position. Not you make a run, lost the ball like a clown, and then we in a mess like the skipper.
So I just want to, So Phil, you go through with the comment on Lindelof because that will take me to the next point. So go ahead now.
Nah, because before we signed Victor Lindelof used to make those sort of runs at Benfica, you know. Victor Lindelof used to make those runs in his Benfica days, right? So seeing that run from Victor Lindelof was kind of nostalgia, right? But Victor Lindelof, as much as I've given him stick over not the last season, but I would say season before, Victor Lindelof has definitely improved. And today was one of his best games, right? Victor Lindelof made more forward runs than Jesse Lingard. Victor Lindelof is the reason that was one of the catalysts to Bruno Fernandes scoring today.
Yeah. Greg.
And that's why I said for his overall contribution, he was the man of the match. Now, Sancho, I see sometimes in football we all get points over the advanced players and we all look at them who score. But when you look at the overall game contribution, forward and back, the whole game, don't put it this way. Would we have won without Sancho today? We could have still won without him today. But without Lindelof, we would definitely lose. And we would not score as much points too.
That's argument a hole in the can with right now.
All
right.
Greg,
fair enough. But I like Lindelof over Sancho, but I love the both of them. So no argument.
All right, nice.
There is no argument.
So Greg, this one just flowing from what we were talking about Lindelof and the point that
well, we all could agree for
right?
Brazilian.
So
anyway,
so here's the situation that's opposing to you, Greg. Right? Mm-hmm. You are Ralph Ragnick. Right? Now, Lindelof came out of the team because he had a personal issue, right? So it was difficult for him to come back into the team. Whether it's a matter of the players took the chance or favoritism or whatever, right? No,
who take a chance?
Lindelof.
It's me asking the question.
Guys, you can't hush a little bit now.
Boy, remute him, boy.
Let him man make the point now.
Man, like
So-
Wednesday, boy, what have been with everything?
Wait, boy.
So Greg, we saw Varane come in and show himself, and it was difficult for Lindelof to come back into the team. Now Victor Lindelof come back in because Varane gets sick. Victor take his chance. Now you have all three defenders, and I'll even add Bailly for good measure. You have all your defenders fit now. Varane do nothing to lose his pick.
No.
Lindelof didn't do anything to lose his pick before. We know what's going on surrounding Maguire. And I mean, you are the gracious one who has forgiven Maguire of all his sins.
So he's right.
How do you-
Not entirely.
How do you-
Just
how
saying,
do you-
I gave the man the kudos
Instead
for
of
his
backpedal,
performances.
instead of backpedal.
So Greg, how do you go forward now?
Instead of backpedal, nothing, Mr. O, Fred may not be able to tell that. You coming out there.
So Greg, how do you go forward with your centre back pairing?
Drop
Honest-
Maguire.
Hey. Is your name Greg?
Answer for you.
Yeah, don't answer for me, sir. I don't have a PR person. I know Phil more than you, and I don't even trust Phil to answer nothing for me.
True.
So that's the tell you. So I'm gonna say for Dwayne, come on, bro. I'm gonna say for Rana and Jones. Yes, my God. He
But
asked
Greg,
us
answer the question now.
Hey, shit. Oh gosh, chef. Oh gosh. Be yourself now, boy.
You studied to read comments.
You're not pressure.
I want to hear you.
Greg.
Let
Guys,
me
I don't know.
let me understand.
Alright,
Let me articulate this properly, please.
All right, Callum.
So look, at the end of the day, like you said, Varane didn't really do anything to lose his place. So in this instance, Varane is a sure pick. So it's basically that second centre back position. Given the current situation at hand, like I said, Lindelof has been one of our better players over the last few games. I mean, he has his moments still. That Aston Villa game where he had a couple of misstraps, I still cannot watch that as an instance, along with other times in the past. But Maguire has not covered himself in glory either. Everybody knows that. Everybody and the granny could see that. I look at it like this: if we're playing with a two centre back pairing right now, Varane and Lindelof look like the safer bet. Because you have two men who are ball playing centre backs, and I feel like that'll be there. The only issue with me is still with Lindelof. Physicality, sometimes he tends to get bodied very easily. But I look at it in an instance where he showed composure, and once he can keep himself in a way where he is on a front foot, and he's aware of what's going on around him, I think he should be fine. In another instance, like I said, if it's a back three, I will still probably trust to play Maguire at this because at least he'll still have some sort of protection around him. But Bailly's not without a shout there.
I want to ask Greg something. You think don't you think that Victor Lindelof is a better decision maker than Harry Maguire?
At times, yes. There have been instances, Chef, where he has made some very poor decisions. And there's a lot of times where he's not around him, especially when we had set plays. When we've had set plays and men like Chris Wood and them taking him to task. So as far as I'm concerned, you look at it from that perspective where physically Maguire still kind of has an edge over him because he's handled himself in some instances. But he has a tendency to make some stupid decisions himself too. So the two of them not necessarily safe in that regard.
The only reason Maguire looked a little better in the last two games because they had players running at him. If we had players running at him, then you'd see the true Maguire. Right?
He was being protected.
Exactly. Maybe Ralph has realized and said, here, what? We need to protect players from running at Maguire and maybe put that in place to protect him. But at the moment you get somebody running at Maguire, it's problems.
Yeah, but but when running at Lindelof at times is almost the same thing too.
I think Lindelof
Lindelof have a little more speed than Maguire.
So Phil,
he still get thrown down when he's ready to.
So Phil, with your take on the same question, but I'm gonna add something to it because I just want to bring to our remembrance here. I know you all would be aware, but it had some rumors flying around with some of the journalists Sunday about Ronaldo and Maguire having some talk and Maguire going to give up the captain's armband, and Ralph kind of rubbished the talks, right? So it's clear that your captain is Maguire until the end of the season.
Yep.
That's into consideration, Phil. Who you'd go with at the back?
He's still going to go
Well,
Lindelof.
at the end of the day, it's two options, right? It's Varane, Maguire, Varane, Lindelof, right? Now, on paper, and obviously for political reasons, you got to start Maguire because he's our captain, right? Unless Maguire is suspended or not fit, you have to start Maguire. And I choose my words correctly for political reasons, right? But if it's up to me, I am going to go all day Varane and Eric Bailly. Sorry.
Yep. Yep.
Nico, tell me,
If it
how
was
you feel about
to
it?
me,
And by all right.
Ver-
For me personally, I think Ralph will rotate. I don't think he believe maybe 100% in Lindelof or Maguire or even Varane. Well, I mean, in terms of just let me say keeping Varane on the bench, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think Varane. Let me say even if Lindelof and Maguire plays well for the next game, I don't think Varane will be sitting on the bench for the rest of the season. So I think there will be some type of rotation in there.
Just to add on to your point,
Bailly.
Nico.
Go ahead,
Just to
go
add
ahead.
on to your point, Nico.
Uh-huh.
You notice that's just how Ralph operates. He does not
Exactly.
play favorites. He's a kind of person. He watches that situation. If you know you're not looking like you're going and show up, or you're looking like you're off form, or you're off color, or something else looking like you're on your mind, then nah, you ain't seeing that. You ain't seeing
Yeah,
that.
so I think Ralph will rotate. I don't think he have let's say for political reasons. Maguire might play most of the games, but I also think he will also be rotated. He will also be rested.
This might just like this, eh? This might like
because we have quality in Lindelof and Varane, because I definitely cannot see Varane sitting on the bench the rest of the season.
nah.
As much as how good Lindelof may have looked today, with that run for that goal, that is a big confidence booster. Maguire today with that headed goal, again another confidence booster. But still, I think there would be rotation within maybe three of them. By coming in, maybe at some
Once
point.
Bailly stays fit, eh? Once Bailly stays fit.
Yeah, but I still don't think.
What is wrong with Varane?
No, he was sick the other day. That's apparently why.
So I don't know.
And I think more or less he kept him out to
again-
the team because he wanted to rotate the squad this time. So
Yeah, and then Maguire scored today, and Lindelof had a hell of a game today. So going into the next game, we definitely had to look at that space.
All you trusting Maguire against Suarez?
No, of course not. Of course not. And to me, that is a reason why I thought Varane would have rested today, because he wanted to keep him fit for Atletico Madrid, because he would have had experience playing in Spain for all that year.
Varane have good record against Suarez.
Exactly. So I think Varane coming back into the team, but
this
most
is a
likely
man
it
who
will be
pocket Lionel Messi on the debut in La Liga against a El Clasico, so let's be real.
But mind
but
you,
most likely I think he'll be
he had a
Lindelof.
certain Sergio Ramos with him too. So
Well, there's that.
Yeah, so most likely I think it'll be for Lindelof, but I think Varane coming back into the team against Atletico Madrid.
Hey, I just want to see my reaction if it so happened that Maguire can pick that team. The amount of uproar I go see from men out there.
is that question, as everybody answered, that question is a matter of what we would like, but what we know going to happen.
exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It come like orange something from wish.com. Where you see where you wanted and then where you going to get.
We'll just get some comments, fellas. Where was I? Yeah, so Curtin saying here, Varane, Lindelof, Bailly, back three, but back three is the way to play back three, so right?
No, but you have to go back to that. No, you have to go back to that comment. You have to go back to that comment. He said Varane, Lindelof, Bailly, back three, Jones on the bench. So you know what that mean, right? If Jones on the bench, then I know what Maguire in the squad, right?
Which not happening.
Yeah. Lion said here, Lindelof only weakness is he's not physical, but he's better than Maguire. Right,
I will say he's not physical consistently.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because in some games he'll be very physical.
Yeah. Everson saying here it's a very physical league we play, and that's the problem.
That's not a problem. That's the league.
Yeah. King Unruly Pre, thanks for joining, man. Celebrating the win at the moment. Yeah, man. Thanks for joining. Lion saying he makes up for his, I guess, his lack of physicality with speed and
Yeah,
positioning.
with speed and positioning. Yep.
Yeah. Once on set plays, corners and free kicks, speed is not.
It's
Is
not void.
void.
It's basically an invalid, you're trying to say.
Yeah, right. The man does get level bully.
I find this season he looks stronger.
Yeah, doing saying
A lot
the
stronger.
police to start Maguire case tomorrow. All fellas really hate
Hey, the man case get thrown, dog. That conviction ain't holding no weight, so they need to stop that.
That case get thrown.
Yeah, Dwayne saying here, Varane and Lindelof are by all day, every day. Maguire has made much more mistakes than Lindelof since he came in. And as a captain, there's no proper leadership from him in that
Agreed.
back. Right? Varane was sick of playing with Maguire. Jody saying, watch now if Marcel got that sitter Ilanga missed today, he would sure boss up the net entry him.
Hey, Jody,
Yeah, Jody.
What's
Your middle name is Bacchanal.
Jody, I can call back reels. Where
Look
Marcelo had
what,
those
look what
chances.
Jody come with now.
Alright,
Yeah,
alright.
boy. Like the chuck tech, boy.
Davendra say, hey, good night, Davendra. Thanks for joining. Saying Scotty physically mash up Leeds today. The man had Leeds busiest.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Sign on midfield.
Them mash up Scott too. He show you picture of his foot, of his ankle on social media.
You're looking at the pic right now.
Hey, Mickey Rampasad. Yes, buddy. Glory, Man United. Thanks for joining. Steven saying that second goal we conceded it had two United men laying down on the pitch waiting for whistle. Let me talk about that. So, and I want to post it first and foremost to the referee on the panel, right? That's
The referee?
Yeah, we have a official referee on the panel, Nico.
Oh.
All right.
I've been left in a while though, but yeah.
Yeah, that's challenge. I know the referee wanted to allow the game to flow because on the physical level and then giving consideration to the conditions. But we thought about the challenge that on Bruno that led to the goal that Leeds scored.
Back-to-back challenges.
No foul.
The two of them, the one on Sancho
No foul.
and Bruno.
Both of them, no foul. Both challenges.
But we've seen them given before, yeah. And
Exactly.
I find
but the thing is that sometimes we have to take into context, right? Is if the player protected the ball, right? So, right, when Bruno collect the ball, you say Bruno was in his bedroom. There's a Bruno collect the ball and men will tackle you, men will challenge.
Like he was looking for the call.
Yeah, so if a man challenge but he take the ball, right, then there's no foul. So I didn't see a foul. They even slowed down and watched it over a few times, and I didn't see a foul because it was a physical game. So a man coming in, taking the ball clear and then clattering into you, let me say after, right? It was a clean ball. I didn't see a foul for both plays. I didn't see a foul.
Correct.
So good goal.
Did they do away with the rule about holding any box?
Of course not.
Dan, all you saw the holding today?
Paul Pogba would have gotten a penalty.
Yeah.
Boy, it had some WWE moves inside that box on Manchester
that
today.
That game look like a UFC fight, boy.
But that's not going back to the same question. But Reem, you saw a foul? You saw
But back to the question though, for me, I don't like to use ref decisions as excuses because I just believe it does balance off. Because we would admit it have times we just get calls our way too. So I don't watching the game, I find it should have been foul.
I find hardly was get calls, but I find most of the time it's go against us.
Dan, I am of the firm belief after the season when Bruno get the million penalties, they stop give us calls.
True.
They stop give us calls. We don't get calls.
I don't know. I thought because remember at the end of the day the referee seen it in real time. So if in real time he would have seen it, and then probably as Dwayne saying here, Bruno, them fellas know to add the theatrics. I might have called it.
I missed that passage I play a bit, but how close was the referee to that? Does anybody remember?
Just close enough.
These referees don't know how to use VAR properly at all.
But they use it after, chef.
Yeah, they did.
VAR, they look at it and they still say so no foul.
But what I'm saying is I've seen referees, in this match week, right, where they didn't let the play continue, right? Because of the infringement, and then when you check, when not VAR, but when you look at the replay, there was no contact. So I mean, credit to the referee for getting it right in terms of there was no real contact, but how it looked in real time, if the referee had blown his whistle, it might have still be 2-1 to Man United. That's how. That's what.
It's just it.
Yeah.
What
can tell you two completely different
have
stories.
no contact? The one on Bruno?
Yeah, the one on Bruno. But the one on
But it
Sancho
did
I
have
find looks
contact.
suspect. The one on Sancho I find looks suspect.
The one on Bruno, it did have contact.
But I have
Let me
to
put it another way, because I know refs in the EPL are trained to look out for certain player theatrics, right?
Yeah.
What if at the beginning of the season, the FA just pointed out to the referees, you know what? Bruno is one of these players that likes to be
Does
a bit
beat
theatrical.
definitely Manchester United
I'm
players
sure
will be top of the list.
they have them kind of discussions.
Of course,
Yeah.
it must have and Manchester
I
United
mean,
players will be top of the list.
before that, Eden Hazard was another one that used to be constantly doing that too. Every time he used a small touchy train on himself. So it's like you have those players that have that reputation. So
But it
they
doesn't
probably
matter
be looking
because
at it
Bruno,
and say, "Hey,
it don't matter because Bruno Fernandes flicked that guy like a blade and set up Elanga for that goal. 4-2. Let's go.
Yeah.
But y'all, something interesting, because when I was watching the game, I was enjoying the back and forth, and I mean, in the game, you enjoy it, but you don't want it because you just want your team to win, right? And I find, there was a point in the game where Leeds were making too many passes through the middle of our park, through balls. And if Leeds, and I was telling Chef this before we came live, if Leeds had a proper striker, we could get punished, and that's something that we definitely need. I know we've been saying it on the program here for quite some time, but our midfield is too easy to pass through.
You know why those through balls were coming through too? Because of the positioning of our wing backs. Our wing backs so high, so one pass to take them out.
I think Fred, when Fred came in, he kind of solved that problem.
Fred, you could have seen Fred was playing closer.
No, I think what the issue is, right? Sometimes when the ball, we're trying to set traps for the team to win back. So sometimes, like let's say the ball playing on the left side, we will try to close them down with space. I think our players, this take too long to respond. So let's say a player have the ball on the right line by line. You'll find Wan-Bissaka, McTominay, and even the person who playing right wing. So let's just say that is Jesse Lingard. Let me say they're trying to close the space to win back the ball. The opposition, they will switch the ball so quickly, and our players will take long to recover shape. So from the time that person make that pass inside to one of the centre backs, he have a whole empty space to make a play straight to the striker. Right? And you seeing players like McTominay and them just turn around and walking or jogging back into position when the other team moving the ball quick. So I don't know, but that's what I noticed. But I find that's something that we need to work on, because you can be trying to close down spaces and then you're allowing the player now to make those 1-2 passes out of the danger zone, and then there's a host of space there for them to attack.
some of those players have to remember. Sorry,
that boils down to having a natural defensive mid. It just has some things you can't teach, And a defensive mid, no matter how we say we will push Fred here or push Scott, play Fred. That is why that position means it's so hard to get those positions, because it's really and truly a position that have plenty intelligence and know how to it.
Yeah, because I mean, most natural number sixes, once they know that certain players go advance further forward and it leaves a gap, they will know to probably either cover that space or get to the center to allow the center back to shift into that position.
Because it's just natural,
Yeah, and I think it's about making the field, it's about making the pitch small too. We have to make it small when we do the ball.
That's it.
You understand?
That's it. Limit the space that the opposition has to be able to advance further forward.
And sometimes I find we just be a little too far away from each other, and that just make it so easy to pass and between lines. So
communication is a hell of a thing, Sometimes you have players that trying to signal to each other, but they're not listening. You'll have Dallo probably going further forward. Lindelof will probably still be there. You know, Fred still higher up, not recognizing, hey, I have to cover the space in case I comes back my way. Keep those spaces very tight and not allowing the opposition to have the freedom to roam forward. It's something that, you know, like you said, a natural number 6 would understand that because he knows that's his job. At the end of the day, he's a midfielder, but he still has defensive duties.
Yeah. Let me just get some comments here, guys, right? Kevin Williams, thanks for joining, man. He's saying Bruno does overdo it always, throwing himself on the ground like he dead and he needs to...
But doesn't give up. Agreed.
Yeah. Jody's saying here that tackle on Bruno for Leeds' second goal, he rolling like he get the foot break. But a little bit later on the game, he got even worse. He got an even worse one. That he got right back up immediately, sick of his attitude.
Yeah.
Lion saying here Leeds was cutting through on middle and getting the ball to the forwards here. If they had more, right? Because the fella, he powered up off that today here. It was easy routine saves. Kevin saying here, worse yet, he complain a lot. Can't one cause if you always complain, the rest will be against you. Yeah, true that.
It goes back to the same thing we were talking earlier. Refs just talk to each other.
Exactly. Yeah. Devin just saying that Bruno flick for the 4th goal though. Damn.
Yeah, but
now watch me. Let me talk about that passage I play now.
Who was the defender?
Click was the name or something?
No, not Click. It's not the S.
Robin Cook or one of them fellas or something?
Nah, Cook. Yes.
Robin Cook. No, not Robin Cook got subbed off because he was injured.
It was some Stewart fella or something like
that.
Yeah,
it was the man with a ponytail. That's all.
Yeah, that's Stewart. Whoever your name is. Yeah.
Ponytail.
No, that's Stewart.
Whoever he is, he get posterized.
Yeah. He get real dread.
That reminds me of who's this guy used to be Arsenal
Burkamp.
Yeah. The flick and spin.
Well, you see the cap Pogba do this man earlier in the game?
Hey, watch me. Pogba was taking advantage of people early in the game when Pogba was wicked.
Pogba, you're wicked.
I had to ask if it was a snapback or fitted girl. I wasn't sure which one it was, but there you go.
But Bruno measured that proper.
Yes, he did.
And the pass came from Fred.
That was disgusting. That was just disgusting.
But Alia, so tell me something, right? Now I know Nico, you may have mentioned something to the extent earlier, but I remember I had messaged Phil after the first half at halftime, and I say, I wonder which team going to show up in the second half, because we always had that tale of two halves kind of narrative following our team, right? So I was telling myself, hey, we had 2-goal cushion, so it's about maintaining control. Ralph has always preached that, and let me see how the game, don't put yourself in any kind of situation where we back against a wall. You don't want that. It was just to see how the game. We haven't scored more than 2 in how long? So I was comfortable with a 2-0 win earlier. And then this freak and Natia come on.
After Aston Villa, I'm not comfortable with 2-0 wins. I'm
not comfortable with 2-0 at all.
But I'm just saying, right? After that goal, what Rodrigo scored, that was some kind of freak goal.
Is the win? That Rodrigo shot the goal was a cross initially, it was the
it was a real freak goal. It was a real freak goal.
I tell you, he don't know how he scored that.
He and all was watching it like, okay.
But Ali, it's scored.
But you can see how strong the breeze was, huh?
Yeah.
And that breeze, boy.
Yeah, they win.
I feel if the wind moved that ball, boy.
You could have fly kite that day, boy. You could have fly
he just saw the cross and he get the cross wrong and the hair come off the line and he gets string up.
No, the hair moved because he thought it was a cross, but the breeze really move the ball like that. I think
the breeze moved that ball, boy.
But
I just
anyway,
see the cross and he get it wrong and it ended up in the goal.
But anyway, after that second goal that we considered, my head was in my hand. I was like, don't tell me we're in the situation again. After that, fellas, this is where it got annoying for me. Because at that point in time, Pogba was one of the best players on the pitch. And Ralph come, and Ralph take off Pogba. Now, that was upsetting. Now, if you go back and you listen to Ralph post-match, he didn't bring on Fred to play as high up the pitch as he did. All he brought on Fred was for more energy. He said he didn't give Fred any instructions to attack. So, correct me, fellas, I'm wondering if, considering how the game was going, because at that spell we were under some pressure, if Ragnick was saying, you know what, I feel like taking this point, you know, and then Road hard, the game physical. Hear him out, earlier. Because what Ralph said is the two players he brought in, he just brought them in for energy to mesh with how Leeds were pressing. Fred went ahead, and that passenger play that we talk about, I wouldn't say it was fluke, right? Because these are ballers.
Let me get one thing straight.
But
let me get one thing straight. You don't bring in men to bring in energy to take a draw.
Yep.
You bring in men into a game with energy to go forward and see if you could put the defense under pressure. That is
but
what
you listen to Ralph. When you listen to what Ralph say he didn't expect to see Fred so high up the pitch.
But Dream.
Yeah, but at the end of the day,
exactly
players-
didn't give him any instructions.
Here's
Fred was given the opportunity to roam
what
free
I would say would have been accepting a draw. You see, if you had take off Ronaldo and put on Fred, then you could have made that argument. But he brought on Fred for more energy. I get saying you brought him on for energy. I can understand that. Go ahead.
Yeah, because my thoughts on it, right? Pogba is one of your better players if you want to win the game, because we were 2-2 and we were under pressure. And what I was saying, right? So I was thinking,
heavy for Pogba, and everybody was seeing it.
You remember
Right, so what I was
Pogba now
thinking-
come out from a long layoff. I think we keep on forgetting that, you know.
You want to be
Bring back-
exiting Pogba so that then
bring
they are
back-
Champions League game on top of that
Bring
too.
back Kevin Cave for Reem, man. Bring back Kevin Cave, man.
all I saying, what I wanted to see,
Uh-huh.
because I thought I was getting more out of Pogba than I was getting out of Ronaldo.
Nah.
So I am saying, here we're going on. Move Pogba higher up the pitch.
At some point, you had to
Move-
recognize that Paul Pogba's not going to have that energy in his legs like you would want, and that's what he got from Fred.
Pogba was
Especially
slowing
when-
down.
Right,
Yeah,
but
but
if you take Pogba out of the quote unquote engine room, then it'll kind of lessen the amount of work on the legs, because remember that center of the park is where it have all the work going on. So what I'm saying is I'm moving Pogba higher up the pitch out of that role where he have to do work.
Nah.
Bringing Fred inside there,
Not
playing
a
Bruno.
bad
Well, let's hear him out. Let's hear him out now.
argument.
Here, let's hear him out now. I am saying Ronaldo wasn't giving me nothing.
Correct.
So I'm saying you're putting Bruno as the false 9, you move Pogba into an advanced attacking midfield role, and then you bring Fred in the midfield. You have more ball retention. You understand? Because Pogba was playing a very good game.
But you see the kind of work Bruno was doing?
Exactly, that
Bruno-
put him in the
you see the-
midfield.
You saying to put
So
Pogba
I don't
in
have
the
a problem-
role Bruno was in.
I don't have a
So
problem-
then who was going to do the work?
Yeah, but
Bruno
listen,
did
we
was
always
to win the
know
game.
that
Nah.
Bruno does do more than he's supposed to. Bruno always out of position. So you
But he
watching
needed to do that
you
today.
watching Bruno
But he needed-
you watching when Bruno was over the field as a
was still
as a
being
fact
as
that it
creative
worked
as he
today.
could.
Right.
As a fact that it worked today, but it don't always work.
we-
So
but
Bruno,
we-
Right.
Bruno
Okay,
in
but
discipline,
we could
Bruno
only
in
deal
discipline
with
work today, but it
only
don't
deal
always
with
work.
today.
But it-
We could only deal with today.
Exactly.
And today, Bruno was playing his position. We must always be on Bruno about his positional awareness. But today, he was that. You see, now I have been saying for the last few games for us to play a false 9, because I don't find Ronaldo has been giving us enough. But at the same time, and we touched on it to start, Ronaldo was pulling men towards him. So when
That is how Fred
men
score.
pulling,
That is how
that's why
Fred
the
score.
goal score.
That is how Fred score. And any day,
That's how
players
the
have to
goals
work
score.
it out on the
Reem, I
field.
get-
Players
Reem,
have to
I
work
get-
it out on
Reem,
the
I
field.
get where you're
So
coming- I
if
get
Fred
where you're
see the
coming from,
space
Reem.
to run in, if Fred see
I
the
get-
space to run, he had to take it because they had to work it out on the field.
At the
Yeah.
end of the day, this is
Microchip
kind of
training and
complemented
players
Fred's
there,
natural
Man,
game, you know,
it's
because maybe he's not
box to
6.
box he playing. It's box to box he playing. He not playing defensive mid, so you have to get in there.
You have to work it out. 'Cause if you see the space, if you see, and all it is like, Sancho just had a little hit off me and I inside. Make the
Yeah.
run. Nothing wrong with that. You have to work it out.
You have to get in there.
All I'm saying is Ragnick did indicate his intentions behind the substitution. I'm not talking about what happened on the field. I'm talking about
Now
what
you
the
be telling the
intention
press.
was.
Now you telling the
Oh,
press.
come on, man.
All right,
All I'm
so-
talking
so
about is where
let
you're
me-
telling me behind the
but-
intention of the
So
substitution.
you
but Reem,
Let me
You
ask
think-
one
you
question. Let me ask one 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 question. Let me ask
All right,
one
let Phil ask you
question.
question. Let Phil ask you
Let me ask
question.
one question. And I asked about a good set of United fans this here today. when Ralph made the Paul Pogba substitution, were you not surprised?
Yeah.
You were.
Yes.
No,
A
I
lot
won't.
of
I
people
won't.
were
I'll be honest, I won't.
surprised.
Yeah.
I won't.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna see nothing Ralph do wrong, Nico.
I won't because the man bring on Pogba. I mean, he bring on Fred, he bring on Ilanga, and two of them score. So I can see nothing wrong.
You're not listening.
You're
At
saying
the
that
moment-
now, but
at
in
the
the
moment-
initial
Yes, and
instance,
that's all I
most
say.
people have
And
been
I-
wondering,
and
like,
I-
okay,
And I have
what
been
going on
saying
here?
since Ralph has come to United, I have backed him. So I say that now, and I said
No,
that before too.
but at the same time, we had to admit when Pogba got subbed, a couple of plays leading up to that, Pogba was slowing down in the game.
That is it.
You could have seen it.
Yeah.
You could, to be honest, and
Remember,
this
at
is
the end
me
of the day, you want
saying,
a certain energy level because remember, Leeds will
yes,
give you that same
this is
level
me
of
still
energy too.
saying.
which
This is
why
me
Fred
still
said that.
saying. I was a bit surprised at the substitution, but I understood the substitution.
Mm.
And
So I want to ask a question. How long we going to be using this Pogba injury talk that he needed to come off because he's slowing down because of injury? How long we going to use that for? I guess
I
I don't know.
didn't done. The man
Yeah,
now
see,
come
it's just
back
what we saying.
out.
You understand what we're saying?
They
It's just what we're saying.
Phil, Chef, we talking about 5 or 6 weeks now, you know. And you talking about he now
5
come
or 6
back.
weeks, what?
How long
Five-
now?
another
We
five
must
or
have a
6
Ragnick agenda, but we must
No,
have a
it's not no
Ragnick
agenda. It's not
Read-
You know what
agenda.
this is?
Repeat Ragnick has something against Pogba.
Yeah, he's
Must he-
boy,
He's
he's still toting on Martial.
Yeah.
Now we talk about
It's
Martial
nothing to
going
do
quite
with
sprint again.
He's still
Why
It
doing
has
injury
nothing
he
to do
get
with
now?
that.
Nobody
It has
upstairs-
nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with that.
Nobody upstairs tell Ralph.
Why
don't
injury
play Pogba.
Martial get
Take
now?
out Pogba. Ralph have nothing against Pogba.
All it has
The
nothing
man
to do with
don't
that.
like because he don't like how he treat the player. But let me talk about your player. Why injury your player get now? Again.
All we talk about Man United. While I go find Spain for
Is he
Wednesday.
still a Man United player?
We
Is
go
he
in
still a Man
Spain.
United player?
We go in
Is he
Spain
still a Man
Wednesday.
United player?
Let me talk about
Is
Man
he
United.
still a
Wicked,
Let me talk
wicked.
about Man United now.
Go flex.
All I saying,
Everything
all
for
I saying,
Kareem is
all
a
I-
conspiracy, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
boy.
boy.
No, all I saying,
Yeah,
I find some of them substitutions questionable and it work, but we go see.
Yeah, but
You
let me
can't
just-
question it because it works.
I telling you,
Chef, hold on.
telling
Chef,
you.
hold on. Let me just make my point here. Let me just make this point here. At the end of the day, remember, we all know how Leeds likes to run. Bielsa sets up that team to keep going at you no matter how much. It can be 5, 6, 7
Yeah.
nil down. They will still run at you completely. They know that eventually their opposition will still kind of eventually slow down and it feels like they can still have a chance. Fred was brought in to give him that same level of energy that Pogba would not have
Yep.
been giving him because Pogba was tired. Whether because he was coming back from his injury or not, we know Pogba was not the quickest player on the pitch.
Dan,
You
them.
gotta
that-
remember that. You gotta remember that.
But
so Fred
remember
will match the
sometimes-
energy in the middle.
Right, but sometimes you remember too, Gregory, is not always about matching energy, but it's about the ability to control the
Agreed.
game. So you want
Yeah, but
players who could
it's either you
control
control the
football.
game, Reem. It's either you control the game or you disrupt theirs. That's Fred's job.
Actually, you can get both.
I get where Rim is coming from because Leeds.
Yeah, I understand, Reem.
Yeah.
Leeds
It's not that
has
we,
all
it's not
the
that we don't
energy,
get,
right?
but
All conspiracy does have a little truth in it.
A little bit.
hey, Chef again, he's up at all, but
Oh yeah, nah. I could hold
Yeah,
my
you
own.
could-
By
No,
myself.
because
I
I
can hold my
know
own.
by now
I
I
can hold
know.
my own.
You see how Ragnick deal with Martial. There's
It's a nothing
nothing.
to do with that, it's a nothing
Man,
to
I
do
know
with
you
that.
can say what you
you
want.
sound like you wanna cry,
And
Jeff. You sounded like you wanna
Chef-
cry.
You can say what you want. Unless,
Nico get him out of
Ragnick
the scene
and
that
cheat
way.
Martial
Like you
now,
wanna cry though.
before Ragnick reach, Marcel make up his mind, you know.
And I was saying that all the time. I was saying that all the
He
time.
go on immediately and tell Ralph he wants to leave because I telling you, Ralph would have given him a fair chance. I tell you that. Ralph would have given him a fair chance, but he wants to leave. And that's
Right.
But I wasn't saying that all the time. So I don't know what Chef community talk from.
Yeah, but he was
Hey,
gassed.
you
When
can
he
say
put
all
Neil
you can
past
say
that
what you
for the
want.
winner against West Ham though. He was real gassed. Somebody see when he put Neil winner against West Ham.
Or you mean?
Hey,
Let
go
me get
from
some
it.
comments here, guys. Jody saying here, I telling earlier, Man United is going to annihilate a team by at least 8 goals. It's coming, mark my words.
I hope it's Atletico Madrid.
Yeah,
and you
and
both.
aggregate and probably like the aggregate score.
Yeah,
Um,
4x4.
yeah.
Look,
Lion saying here
Lions
he
saying the
put
same
on
thing we saying.
Ilanga and Fred for energy, so he was going for the win.
Correct.
Right?
Okay,
I want to
conspiracy man.
go back and watch Ragnick post match and hear what he say about the substitutions. That's all I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Simeon saying here, who else you bringing on if Pogba winded? I want to see Hannibal, but he ain't have that trust yet. Yeah.
Hannibal's still
Hannibal
young.
go get
He
a chance.
young.
I feel next season go be it for Hannibal, you know? But it all depends on how we sign players.
Hannibal time will come.
Exactly.
Yeah. Dwayne saying here, Reem, how you on Ragnick so boy? Since last show too boy. Nico.
It's not my last show. It's not my last show at all.
From day one.
And he said he too.
He
Nico
said
don't like
since
Van
the
de
last
Beek.
show. Since the last
Yeah, since the last show. And he said he and Nico don't like Van de Beek too, so what really going on, boy? Reem Ronaldo scoring
man we
hat-trick.
Phil,
Really,
I find like
Ronaldo's
these
I want
rips are
Ronaldo's
issue with Donny boy.
Ronaldo, let me tell you something. Ronaldo has something for Atletico Madrid. Mark my words.
And Everton, watch yourself before they get relegated. Go ahead.
Yo, boy.
Boy.
Yeah, but the fact that
Boy.
the fact that Everton get relegated and nothing had little to do with Donny Van de Beek, you know.
Exactly.
If Everton is crap, how that is Van de Beek fault?
Alright, I just say
So then we will blame Martial if Sevilla get knocked out.
But no, remember he not there to help them. Remember he injured, so we can't blame him because he wouldn't be playing.
I see the trigger in Reem face right now, boy.
Ole can't
You
gas
see,
me
look, I'm saying it.
You guys said yourself, dog. You go ahead.
Reem real hate Ragnick for sending Marcel on loan. He trying all angles.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Reem name should be X-Files.
Kevin Williams say here Marcel really enjoyed it. If it's true, then why Reem's hot so?
No, you say that's why Reem hot so.
Oh, that's why. Yeah. Okay.
Is
Yeah,
that something?
Hey, boy. So, my wife is from Cookie, so I ain't taking that.
Yeah, I like that, man.
Yeah.
Just now we'll see
people
Reems
have
and Alex
patience.
Jones. Alex Jones show. Who's Alex Jones? I don't know.
How I trying to figure out?
We gotta check that out.
Jody saying common sense Reem. The groundwater log pugs was tiring. Plus UCL game
Yeah.
midweek. Why are not
Yeah.
taking that into consideration? I don't give all my reasoning already. You know? Hey Joel Joe, thanks for joining, man. Good night to you. Lion saying he can't control the game when the momentum was with Leeds.
Correct.
Lion, come on, man. And you play football, man. Where's that one? You had to impose yourself, and if you have players who could
But
control the
Pogba was
football.
tiring. Pogba was tiring.
Yeah.
Right. Simeon said in the
That field
38
was
minutes.
so heavy, yeah?
Yeah,
It was. Simeon saying here in the 38 minute Pogba was blowing hard. That man playing well, but he don't have the legs.
Yep.
Lion saying, okay, Alex Jones is a conspiracy theorist. Okay. The Venture saying Tellez and Dallo starting next game.
Yeah. That goes without saying.
Kevin Williams saying Marcel FC gone Spain to warm bench, always injured. Yeah, that injury
Right,
thing
he
I'm
was-
vexed
They
today.
on you right through, boy.
He was injured. He gets injured. He wasn't warming bench. He was starting.
Yeah, he was playing every game. But I feel
Yeah.
the same. That injury.
As he scored that one goal in that Europa League and look what happened.
Yeah, that's sour. But his performances was good for the other games. Yeah.
Yeah. He really wasn't playing bad.
Game great.
And talking
So,
about
fellas-
blowing, Lingard in the first half. Ooh, that's man. He tried, but had no legs. But we can understand he haven't played in a while, but hey, no, we know Lingard to be fit, but
Non-existent. Non-existent.
That's why I was saying
no,
it looks
he
so
was
weird.
trying, but he
You normally expect to see Jesse Lingard with more energy and more.
Yeah, he's that kind of player. Yeah.
I just feel he in his mind done all for Manchester United.
Yeah, he done
He
signed
might run
us
either
already.
Newcastle or West Ham. One out of
I'm
them.
surprised he did not.
And he going right West Ham.
So, fellas, here we doing now, right? We want you to choose one your man of the match today, and let me know why. All right. So, Phil, who was your man of the match today, and why?
Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho was pulling a lot of strings and was causing a lot of havoc on the field today. And he was actually awarded Sky Sportsman in the match as well today. So they're just fitting, right?
Yeah, yeah. Chef?
Sancho, boy, Sancho. Yes, I make sure and I tweeted. Sancho has arrived. I have been very impressed with the youth for for the whole of this year and then the last year. I keep on telling men just give the man a chance, and you can see he coming up to standard now. Man of the man Sancho,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
Lindelof is a close second.
Okay, okay. Nico?
Bruno. I definitely give it to Bruno. I think Bruno had great tenacity. As much as he had lost the ball, he had a goal, he had an assist. I think he had a big part to play in our overall play today. So I think for me, I will give it to Bruno today.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Greg?
I think I had to go the majority of the votes on this one. As much as I like Bruno and I love the performance today, especially that flick kind of put him in some heavy contention for man of the match. But Sancho overall had a bit more of a dynamic to him because he was involved in almost everything that led up to assists today. All he was missing was probably a goal for himself. But other than that, nah, he gets my nod for man of the match.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And my second man would have been Fred though. And that's second half performance.
Let me move on.
I want my apologies. I want my apologies. all the men who came and talk for us saying, "Oh, I'd rather take Fred over Johnny McKell."
Yeah.
But listen,
One thing I don't
That's
know,
the kind of-
you see Scott and Fred, I just afraid to get them flooded, say, because next game they come in and do a bag and nonsense.
Nah.
But here we're going on, right? We talk about
That's
this
up to
game.
anybody.
We give them this game. We talk about this game. But for me, right, because telling Nico before, I mean, footballing ability aside, right, for what you offered today in the game, McTominay gained it for me, right? McTominay was getting stuck in, he was getting gritty, he was bodying up fellas, he was making his presence known in the middle of the
He
park.
give you a Roy Keane,
Yeah, he give you a real. It's like he matched them Leeds fellas and he let them know, hey, I understand what it is to play in a Leeds derby.
let me face
Right.
it. Scott McTominay love playing against Leeds. Scott
Yeah,
McTominay
yeah,
loves
exactly, and that is correct,
and
Greg.
smart brace against them. So
That is correct. He does normally step up for this game, And the game at Old Trafford last season, he was more on the attacking. He showed you attacking qualities, but today he was just cleaning up and dirtying men. And somebody said he left with something on his sleeve. I don't know what was the first
Heart.
statement.
Boy's
there.
heart on
he
his
does
sleeve.
His heart on his
play
sleeve.
with the heart on his sleeve.
Yeah, and watch me. Imagine we have that kind of performance and you're adding ball abilities to that. That ball quality right there,
Yeah.
you know?
You know what, to be honest, what Scott does annoy him, and I think most of us with, funny enough, he does just give away the ball too easily.
Yeah,
Scott
yeah,
passing
yeah.
ability is not bad, Long distance
It's
passing,
limited
short
though.
distance
It's
passing.
limited. No, I know it's very limited.
I don't find it limited. Dan, you just watch him keep changing, but he gives away the ball too easy.
He always making these safe passes. Chef.
Yeah.
Nah, man, the man
Definitely
don't
limited in his
change
passing.
the play.
Let me say, I know that. I mean, a big golf. When I watch players like Neves and Martinho and
Oh Lord, oh God, oh
and
God,
these
oh God, oh
fellas.
God. Don't do
That
this.
what
We
at
can only
Manchester
work with what we
United-
have.
But I know, yes, and I agree. But that is the quality we at Manchester United want. Players of that.
Of course, I totally agree with you there.
Yeah. So that's why I said he is limited in his passing when we compare to the level that we want.
I don't disagree with you.
Not gonna lie, right? I just watch over the highlights, right? And for all 4 goals that we scored, Bruno Fernandes
Nice goals.
Bruno Fernandes actually contributed to all 4 goals.
Exactly.
Yep,
Yeah.
he was in every play.
He had a very good game.
Stop the Bruno hate, Phil. Stop the Bruno hate.
He made a shot that caused the corner, which led to the Maguire goal. Then he scored. Then he passed the ball to Ronaldo. Then passed the ball to Sancho. Then passed to Fred. And then he made a flick. Oh boy!
Can I say it too?
Stop the Bruno hate, Phil.
And
Stop the Bruno hate.
men go want to kill me.
Yeah.
But Ronaldo indirectly contributed to them goals too,
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
We can't lie about that one. I mean, he didn't have the
Indirectly.
biggest impact, but still,
Indirectly.
he did his role. He did his part. He did his job.
And I think that what we need to do. We need to play around them. Don't go through him. Play around them. I think we'll get more success now.
Ronaldo going to put against Atletico. I'm sure about that.
He better.
Kevin Williams saying here, how many rating McTominay performance? Plenty unnecessary fouls, gave away the ball a lot. The thing about the fouls, it was for the moment. It was for the rivalry.
It needed to be.
Kevin, at the end of the day, it's a game like Leeds. You're always gonna expect a lot of fouls. So whether he gave away a lot of fouls, that was going back.
We needed that because Manchester United have players that are too soft.
And exactly. And Nico had said it earlier, and that's what Ralph wanted. He wanted to be a little more nasty. You understand? So I think you're seeing where McTominay embodying what Ralph wants.
So even if we say some of the players and them fouls was unnecessary, listen, you see this? It has a statement. Take one for the team. Well, that was what Scotty was doing today.
Yeah, and I think from what he's saying here, he could have gotten a short red today. He probably don't realize the referee letting the game go, and he he lock. That's my take. He lock.
Yeah,
you know, he lock. Any other game.
I was kind of frightened for him, but then when I watched the game, I was like, you know what, this ref allowing things.
Yeah, and the ref plenty tackles. The ref favor we I'll tell you we didn't get some of them we get
on both sides. Both teams get away with some tackles today.
Yeah.
You see, Bruno Fernandes have a nasty streak, you know. That man just do some kind of snide tackles that it have referees will get a card for it.
And you could mash him up, you could mess him up. You got yellow card for dissent, and then you have to make a foul and get sent up.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is why I don't like silly cards. You're going to chirp away at the referee and think, push him out and just play. Because you will pick up a card there, and then when you really need to tackle.
I got agree/disagree with Chef, because in the moment, Chef, if the ref makes a bad call, we as emotional human beings gonna run up in the ref's face.
Yeah, but Bruno does overdo it, boy.
It's true.
And I agree with you, Phil, but Bruno does overdo it.
Yeah, I agree.
Bruno, it had too much. Bruno had to learn to control himself more, because again, referees will stop giving you leeway, and as soon as you start to talk, card.
One time. Here we
Yeah.
So, fellas, I mean, we've come to the end of what was a very, very nice, and at times we could kind of, marry the Leeds contention and performance, the little grit and the little feistiness in the game. We had it here today, you know, and that is make for good entertainment as well. So, you know, bring it on. It was a good win, guys. You know, 3 points. The top 4 race, or the 4th place race. I should put like this: the 4th place or the 3rd and 4th race.
No, 3rd and 4th right there, no. 3rd right there, no.
Race going to be a real battle, because it have about 6 teams.
But if we get Chelsea a ball, yes.
Because watch me. Because Chef, if Wolves win their remaining, they have 3 games in hand. Now we know we don't count games in hand, but just saying, on their form right now, because they beat Leicester today. If they win their 3 games in hand, they in 4th place, you know. Then you have on top of them, you have Spurs. If Spurs win their 3 games in hand, they knocking we down the pecking order.
With Arsenal as well too.
Arsenal as well, and Arsenal looking good. So I mean, this.
So all we have to do is just keep on. But our schedule about to get sticky now.
March is going to be a hard month. They call it March Madness for a reason.
Yep.
Atletico by City, by Liverpool.
They still wouldn't be 4th.
No, but
on goal difference.
Spurs and Arsenal.
Yes, definitely. They have 3 games.
Spurs and Arsenal go lost. I know. And Wolves.
No, I tell it, Mendes, at the end of the day, all that gas up Spurs gas up for beating City. Watch they go and lose to Burnley just now.
Yeah. How you mean? And Burnley fighting for their life, so you know you're going to get performance from them fellas, eh?
Exactly.
Spurs played the game of their life yesterday.
That's going to be the highlight for the Amazon Reel for the end
that was just Harry Kane reminding City that he alive.
Yeah. He showed
because he sure gone next year.
You should have paid the money for me.
Correct.
He gone.
So,
Instead, you got
fellas,
to spend it on Jack Grealish.
let me get some closing thoughts. Let me get some closing thoughts and let you wrap it. Greg, talk to me.
I would just love to see a bit more consistency from this team as we continue to go forward. I mean, the Brighton result was good. Today was much better because I saw a team that didn't just, as they concede them 2 goals, they implode and just watch everything fall apart. They showed up, they showed heart, they showed desire. I just want them to be able to do that for every game. Play like you want to be on that field. And we have a very interesting game coming up. I think that game was Wednesday, we said, right? So going to Atletico Madrid, they're not in the best of form either because I mean they've had some results the other day. They lost to Levante and they get beat from Barcelona.
They
So
won
it's
the last
like,
game
all right,
though.
yeah, that is it. So I'll give them that, but there's still opportunities to say that this is not the same Atletico Madrid that we know was overturning men and putting them
Yeah,
to the
but
sword previous seasons. So
the hard players could really make you pay.
that is just it. So once we show up and play the game we know we can play, I still
Yeah.
give us every chance to make an impact and get a victory out of this.
Yeah. Chef, go through now.
Yeah, same. Good. I was proud of my team today. Conceding 2 goals in 70 seconds is not easy, but you know what? We dealt with it. We came together as a team, and we got it out. So it's good to see the team showing some grit. So against Atletico, though, that's gonna be a tough game. But I take it our 1-0.
Okay.
I can live with that. I can live with
Fred Davids.
Yeah.
Nah, Ronaldo.
Based on the results that that happened before our game today, we definitely needed those 3 points because
Correct.
we saw Arsenal win, we saw Spurs surprise win, and even Wolves won today, right? So that 3 points today was necessary, right? But I still reiterate from the first thing I said at the beginning of this podcast. Any women out there, you want to see men emotional, take 90 minutes out of your day and watch football with us. 90 minutes. Because I am sure when it was 2-2, within, as Chef said, 70 seconds, I was like, this is an absolute joke. This is an absolute effing joke. That was me today. And then lo and behold,
A few moments later.
Man,
no, a few
yeah.
moments later, Fred Davids,
Manchester United show up.
exactly. Now take that same energy and that same resilience and put it towards Atletico Madrid come this Wednesday. Because I ain't take Wednesday off work for no reason. Come on.
Yeah.
Hey, we can nearly shift. Saying I'm a
Yeah. Again, just about consistency. Conceding goals early in the second half again. Achilles heel. Something that how much game after game, we continue to concede goals early in the second half. To me, we should find a formula for that. I think that's the only upsetting thing really. Coming out against Atletico again, United does play. So maybe a tail at 2 halves. Today, more or less, I think we control the game today overall. I think we definitely were the better team. But definitely we had to carry that to Spain, how we'd have finished today. We had to carry that to Spain and start and also trying to finish that as strong as possible. Yes, we know we won't control the game for the entire 90 plus, but let me go there and put in a performance that we could come back home and definitely defend. Yeah, and to win the tie.
Yeah. I hope in the confidence from today carry over, and I think we all kind of echo that. Because we've seen even in previous games we'd have win and then the next game would have be a fall off now. So I'm really hoping that the Champions League players like Varane and Ronaldo, we kind of the fan base kind of label them as the Champions League people. So I really hope they step up and as Chef call it, Ronaldo scoring or Ronaldo go show up against Atletico. So I'm looking for a real Champions League performance, on Wednesday. And I'm looking for a good show here on Wednesday as well, because when we win earlier, we just get some nice vibes on the inside, you know. We just get some nice views,
Yeah, man.
some comments, you know. We just have a nice vibes when we win. It just be hard to come here when we only quarreling about this one do shipping this and that one do shipping this and we lost. So
God, Maguire
and you'll see a masterclass from Pogba Rim. Don't worry. You'll get a masterclass from Pogba.
yeah, but
Nah,
Pogba had a
I
masterclass
expect
today
Pogba.
too.
I'm gonna tell you something.
They took him off
Pogba showing off he wears for possible teams, you know. So I
Well,
expect
let me enjoy
Pogba
it.
to have
Let me enjoy it. I want to enjoy
Pogba
it,
to show up on that Champions League stage.
and
You're
I want to
gonna get a
enjoy it.
masterclass from Pogba.
That's the one
I
trophy I
want to-
think he ain't had yet, you know, so.
Yeah, boy, and
Yeah,
you so
man.
close with Juve, eh? Yes, I want to enjoy Pogba for full 90s. The man is a beast, you know.
Nah, but
Anyway,
we go fight a battle next show.
next show. Let us do some shipping this now, man. Take it
Real
off
for the ball, boy. Hey, real for the ball.
Ralph behind the wheel.
What's
Yeah,
that?
I want- you know, I was supposed to-
Let me dead that one. Let me
It's
dead that one.
I was supposed to-
has done. Right?
I was
It's
supposed
question,
to-
Ralph.
I was supposed to pose a question to Chef on Cavani, because Cavani is a real suspect. Anyway,
Man
next
got
show.
more holidays and goals.
Boy,
Yeah.
send Cavani back Uruguay.
Yeah, but that's the man who Ralph wanted. Ralph beg here now. Anyway. So guys, thanks again for joining the show. We do appreciate it. Greg B, Chef, Fredgar Davids, thanks for joining. Nick and myself. It's always a pleasure. Even those on the comments, we do appreciate, you know, the likes, the shares, the comments. We like to interact with you all. You know, so Champions League nights on Wednesday. We'll be here again. So see you all on the next one.
Listen.